Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. Today's video is going to be my weekly reviews for the 28th of January. As usual, I've got 8 movies here to talk about and then the films that I saw at the cinema this past week. So I'll just get straight into it, and the first one I have to talk about is King Kong, Peter Jackson's epic from 2005. I had never seen this before and I thought it was actually really good. It was, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It's quite long though. I didn't realise just how long it was going to be, but I thought it was very good. I liked the cast. I know some people had problems with Jack Black, but I honestly wasn't bothered by him. Yeah, and it's just, this film had really great effects. I actually really enjoyed the whole island sequence. And of course King Kong, it's, yeah, what I can say, it's just seeing brought to life like that. Yeah, it's just amazing. Andy Serkis, he just does a brilliant job as always, and yeah, I have of course seen the original. I want to get the Blu-ray digibook of that, but I thought this was a really good homage, is that the word? Because you sort of saw the different where some things that had happened in the original, in this, you saw it translate. I haven't seen the 1976 version yet, but I really like this film, so, but yeah. Peter Jackson's King Kong from 2005. Then I watched Paul, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost. I love Simon Pegg, and, sci-fi film, with, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. I knew I was going to like it, and I did. I had a lot of fun with this film. All the sci-fi references, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I actually got I think one of my favourite scenes in this was when Jason Bateman's character blew up he shot the radio receiver, and because he goes pretty much oh, it's a boring conversation anyway, like how Han does in A New Hope. I got a kick out of that, and yeah, it's just a fun way to spend a couple of hours. So yeah, that's Paul. Then I wasn't planning on actually watching this film this week, but I just got an urge to watch it, and I'm glad I did. It's the Poseidon Adventure. I thought this was a very good film, especially for its time. It was with the effects and everything. Even though this film has pretty much turned me off ever wanting, any desire I had to go on a cruise ship. I know it's, different times, but that, yeah, it's the whole idea of the ship sinking, being upside down in the middle of the ocean, quite terrifying. I mean, it's kind of weird because Titanic didn't actually scare me off going on boats, but this movie I think has, and well, I suppose with Titanic you had at least a reasonable chance of making it to a lifeboat, but this one not so much. But yeah, it was very good. It was really claustrophobic. Some parts were actually quite horrifying, especially when the wave first hits. That whole I think it was about 20 minutes when they were deciding what they were going to do, and then what happens after. I thought that was actually quite horrifying. And what also because when I was watching this, the elderly gentleman, I can't remember the character's name. I was staring at him and I was like, "You look like Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory." It was the same actor. I had to look. Jack Albertson. It was the same actor. So, and Willy Wonka was the year before this was made. So, but yeah, this was a really great disaster movie. So I'm glad I checked that one out. So I still want to actually watch the remake. I know it's probably not going to be anywhere near as good as this one, but I still want to check it out at some point. So, the Poseidon Adventure. And then I watched Die Hard 4, so I'm now watched all the Die Hard films. I know it took me nearly 26 years to do this, but even though, to be fair, the first movie came out when I was like a year old, so I probably didn't even know who Bruce Willis was, so yeah, I'm all set for A Good Day to Die Hard, which comes out in March, so, or at least here in Australia it does, and I'm definitely looking forward to that, because it's basically, when is it? I think it comes out here the 21st of March, and then the week after that, the second G.I. Joe movie comes out, so it'll be quite an action-packed month, so, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. I've liked all the Die Hard films. There hasn't been one where I haven't, like, you know, disliked. Like, I would happily rewatch all 4 movies, and I wouldn't want to, you know, skip over any of them. So, probably the first one is still my favourite, though, like, if I had to pick just one, because the first one's, like, become one of my favourite movies, but I like all the sequels, so. And I actually saw the trailer for the first time for A Good Day to Die Hard, because I saw it actually before I saw this, and I think that's what sort of made me want to watch this one more, so that I'd seen all the other, like, watched all the other films, but yeah, so, but yeah, I really like this movie a lot, so Die Hard 4, and then I watched the Bourne Legacy, which I've already seen. I saw this when it came out in cinemas last year. Now that I've actually watched the Matt Damon Bourne films, I actually do think I prefer the Matt Damon's films, like the Matt Damon trilogy, but as a standalone film, this actually works quite well. Like, if you don't think of it as being part of the Bourne, I guess, franchise, because I do love Jeremy Renner, and on that note, I'm also looking really forward to seeing Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, so, which opens not this week, the following week, so at least here. But yeah, it's still, I had a, you know, good, fun action movie, and yeah, I actually would love to see a team up with Jeremy Renner and Matt Damon. I think that would make an epic film, but I still like the Bourne Legacy, so there you go. And then I watched Annie. It's been a couple of years since I've seen this, and, you know, first time on Blu-ray, but yeah, it's still a good film. I still like it, even though I do prefer the stage production to this. So I've seen the stage show twice. One was a community theatre production, and the other one I saw down in Sydney with Anthony Warlow, so, but I still like it. It's fun, and you know, I mean, it's completely different to the stage show, because in the stage show it's actually set during Christmas time, which is why I do somewhat prefer the 1999 made-for-TV movie, but I still like this, because what's the song, Sign, that's the name of the song. I do like that song, which is not in the stage production, but, and, you know, Carol Burnett is Miss Hennigan, so yeah, I do like this still. It's, because I actually had this as one of the last few VHS tapes that I actually got, even though, because I think that was one of my Christmas presents that year. It's like 2003, so I think just before they stopped making VHS, but yeah, I still like this. You know, you've got Tim Curry, you've got Bernadette Peters, so it's a really great cast, so, and of course Albert Finney, you can't forget that, so yeah, Annie. There's this one's probably, out of what I've watched, is probably the one that I was the most disappointed with, and that's 4321. I don't know, it just did not live up to what I was expecting from this film. It's like the story just fell apart, and I thought it would be more exciting than what it actually was. I mean, I didn't completely hate it, but I didn't completely love it. So it's sort of, you know, yeah, it all like intertwined, and it was told through different points of view, and I actually thought it would I guess be more climactic than what it was. I mean, but it had, you know, it had a great cast. I mean, you had people like Kevin Smith, Ben Miller, Eve had a cameo appearance in this. Who else? It's also had Sean Pertwee, who's John Pertwee's son, because that was the other thing. I was staring at him trying to recognise where I've seen him from, and then it clicked at the end. That's where I knew him, like why I recognised him. Great cast. It just and of course the main reason I wanted to check it out was because it was written and I think directed by Noel Clarke, who is also appears in this. But I think I was just expecting too much from this film. I think that's why I didn't like it as much as what I thought I would. Oh, Michelle Ryan, that's the other person who was in there. Because there were a few people who'd been in Doctor Who. Because I also think that had the actress who played Jackie in, like, Rose's mum in this, but I can't think of her name. Yeah, so like, because you had a few of them who were playing like the parents and stuff, but but I don't know. I might have to rewatch it at some point, but that's 4321. And the last of the Blu-ray movies that I watched for this week was Get Smart. I just finished watching this. I'd already seen this before. I watched it when I had the DVD, but of course I wanted it on Blu-ray, and it is actually a really nice looking Blu-ray. It's, you know, but yeah, I just have a lot of fun with this movie. You know, you got Anne Hathaway, Steve Carell, who else is he? Dwayne Johnson, Alan Arkin. I've only seen bits and pieces of the original TV show, but this movie just makes me want to go and watch it all. Like, watch the show, which I actually don't own, but I've got to try and, you know, catch up on all my TV. But yeah, this is just a lot of fun. It's all I can really say about that. You know, just a fun action comedy, so yeah, let's Get Smart. And now on to the two movies that I saw at the cinema. So this one I don't really have to go into too much detail because it was out of the two. It's one I didn't really care for, and that was The Guilt Trip. I know I knew going in I probably wasn't going to really like it that much. It was so. I mean, I didn't hate it, didn't love it. Just, well, obviously in the middle, because I was curious to see Barbara Streisand in it, like, see how, like, another movie, because I've seen her in Funny Girl, but I didn't really actually like Funny Girl, which I know because it's a musical, but I don't know, I've only really liked two songs out of that musical. But I spent half the time staring at her face, like being distracted by her face. She said that much, like, Botox, plastic surgery, you're just sort of staring at it wondering why you would do that. Yeah, I don't know, I think I was distracted by that, and it was just sort of a bit random, but I know, because also with this, because I know a lot of people don't really like Seth Rogen, he didn't really bother me really that much during this movie. It's, yeah. I did actually, though there was one part that I got a kick out of, and that was when he was talking about what he'd always wanted to be when he grew up, and it was like, at the time, it was like being a baseball player or being a Power Ranger, which was very, because, you know, Power Rangers were very popular at the time. I did actually like that bit, but yeah, but overall I can't see myself ever rewatching this movie, so that's the guilt trip. And the one that I will be getting on Blu-ray when it comes out, and that is Django Unchained. Quentin Tarantino. I just had a blast with this movie. It's the first Quentin Tarantino movie I've seen in the theatres, and I mean, you know, it's a Tarantino film. It's, you know, brutal, violent. I do agree with some of the criticisms that it was too long, but aside from that, I didn't really have an issue with it. Like, you know, I wasn't offended or anything like that. It's like with the overuse of the N-word, but, you know, it's a film about slavery in the, like, you know, in the South. Of course, the word's going to pop up every now and then. Christoph Walken, I think, was actually the standout. I loved his performance in this movie. Yeah, but, you know, I mean, the whole cast was great. Jamie Foxx, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kerry Washington. Also, on that note, Samuel L. Jackson, I think he stole the show. But, you know, he's Samuel L. Jackson, so there's no surprises there. Yeah. Just thought Django Unchained, I mean, yeah, it was long, but, because I was, because, when did I see this? I saw it at 3:30, the 3:30 showing, and I didn't get out till close to 20 past 6, so, and I was thinking I'd be closer to 6, but, because, yeah, I think the last 20 minutes did seem to drag by, even though that was sort of the, you know, the last shootout, but, yeah, I still liked it though, so, and I'm definitely going to be, yeah, as I said, picking it up on Blu-ray, so, but yeah, that's Django Unchained. So that is it for this past weekly reviews, so until my next video, which will probably be my the last part of my DVD Blu-ray collection overview, the Blu-ray part, that'll be up in the next couple of days after this. So until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!